Hi everybody, welcome to this live session that I'm doing on Editors Club YouTube channel. My name is Charlie and I'm the owner of Editors Club. We manage the personal brands of some of largest Australian entrepreneurs in Australia. Davey Fogarty, Jane Liu, Simon Beard. All of these creators are in the personal branding space currently, and they create content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and our agency help them create this content, come up with ideas, edit the videos, and then post them as well. So in this video, what I wanted to take you through are the popular content scripts that we write for these creators and how we write them, because there's a lot of content that is being pushed out onto the socials, but most of these creators don't seem to get the basics behind how to craft a script and how to make sure that the viewer retention is considered when creating the scripts. So that's what I wanted to touch on in this live session. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, I wanted to start off with YouTube lesson video scripts. I know this live session is primarily for short videos, but I think it's important for us to first understand how YouTube scripts are written, and then through that we can identify how can we not then adapt that into short form videos. So YouTube lesson videos became super popular recently with the rise of the creators like Iman Gadzhi, Davey Fogarty, Ali Abdaal. All of these people found a certain script writing technique to do the storytelling for these lesson videos. When I say lesson videos, I mean videos like 5 things that you can do to make your morning ultra productive, 10 e-commerce businesses to start in 2024, or 10 ways that you are killing your time right now, whatever the listicle things that they usually post on YouTube. This still is a huge content format that a lot of YouTubers follow. So in these videos, the format is pretty much, there's a hook, the strong hook, and in this hook usually has all the stakes included. The stakes means, for example, let's say we are writing a video about how to be 5 things that you can do to make your day productive. The stakes would be, if you are not productive, you are pretty much going to lose to somebody who is going to watch this video and be really, really productive. And then that's the stake. So when people hear that, they don't want to miss out on whatever that is inside the video, so they would keep watching. And also another stake would be, there's one point that has taken the creator to $1 million in revenue, so wait until you hear that secret, which is the last point, or a point in the middle, or whatever. Another stake would be, this video is going to be removed in another few days or few months, so you should watch this right now before it gets removed. Or like, there are so many ways that people create stakes in the hook. And then it goes to the setup, which means you want to talk about what is going to be available in this video. So if these are 5 productivity hacks, you have to list these productivity hacks, and you don't have to exactly name them, but you can give a hint. Okay, these are the kind of things that we're going to be talking about, so that it creates more structure around the script, so that people stick to it and then watch until the end to understand what is being said in the video. And then immediately you have to add credibility. You have to talk about who you are, why they should be watching, and then through that, you also create another hook there. And then we go to the act 2, which is the conflict. So in this section, you first have to start with the hook for the first lesson. So the hook for the first lesson is essentially something, let's say the first lesson is wake up before 4 o'clock. Let's say before you wake up before 4 o'clock, there's a lesson. The lesson would be maybe before you wake up. The lesson maybe if you wake up before 4 o'clock, there's something happens in your brain or whatever. That could be the lesson. So the hook for the first lesson would be, when I was back in university, there was one student who always woke up before 4 o'clock, and he was the class top, or like he always he's now working in NASA or whatever. So that kind of hook would be really cool to draw the people in to the lesson. And then story that leads to the first lesson. Essentially what I gave you earlier would be the story, but again you can tell another story, like how did you apply this to your own life, and then this is what happened. And then you give the first lesson. The first lesson would be, if you wake up before 4 o'clock, there's a phenomenon that happens in your brain which is going to make you more productive. By the way, none of these things are real. The productivity hacks are real. I'm just giving examples on top of my head. And then you go straight away to the second lesson hook. And this is exactly the same, that you would pretty much follow the same structure that you followed in the first lesson. And then you go to act 3, which is the climax. You have to finish the video on climax, and this is usually a high emotional climax where people get the whatever the gist of the video, they understand, but the high emotions would be by being productive, I made all of these millions of dollars, and then I was able to retire my parents. Or by following these methods, I was able to reach my life purpose, which was to be a motivational speaker or whatever. Or through these lessons, I became a really productive person, and then I was able to save so much of lives. Whatever that people can hear and feel like by watching this video they also contributed to that impact that you made, or the emotions that you have, that is how you should usually finish a video. So this is the I actually went through that form of this structure very fast. It usually needs to be a lot more detailed, but this is the basic structure that a YouTube video follows. Now let's understand how we can plug this into short videos. So in this video I wanted to talk about two types of short videos. One is short brand story scripts, and then the other one is short listicle info script. In the listicle info script, this format doesn't really we don't really apply this format per se, but we kind of do. I will tell you how. But short brand story script, we actually apply this form structure straight up. So short brand stories are pretty much videos like this one. And who does this really well?
So when you open a restaurant, the first person that knocks on your door will not be a customer. It'll be someone from Coca-Cola, and they will be offering you a free fridge. But is it a free fridge? They basically give all of their fridges out. Then what they insist is that you only buy their products for the fridge. And then you can have like one row for anything that you pick. And that's how they just maintain dominance in the industry, because once you do that, you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to buy a fridge. Think about how much work it actually takes to actually get rid of that fridge. So yeah, it's a bit of a trap.
Yeah, so that video actually got millions of views on all platforms despite the camera footage being shaky. So that goes on to show that if the integrated content is really, really good, people will watch regardless. So, how this script was written is like so. So, when you open a restaurant, the first person that knocks on your door will not be a customer. So, look at how enticing that hook is. Straight away we are giving a strong hook with stakes. So stakes is when you open a restaurant, so the people who are going to be watching it, they might have either thought about opening a restaurant someday in life, or they might already have a restaurant, or they might have gone to a restaurant. This is something that everybody can relate to, so straight away you're drawn in. And then the first person that knocks on your door will not be a customer. So who is this first person that knocks on your door? So there are stakes in this story. Like people want to know who's this person, who's the first person, and then straight away it'll be someone from Coca-Cola. They will be offering you a free fridge. So as you can see, straight away we have given the listicle or a structured hook. Like this is what we are going to talk about in this video. We haven't add credibility, but structured hook is integrated because people already know who this person is. People already know who Davey is, so they're just watching. So they don't want additional credibility in this video, or they don't really care who he is either because they just want to understand the story. But is it a free fridge? So this is the hook for the lesson. They basically give all of their fridges out. Then what they insist is that you only buy their products for the fridge, and then you can have like one row for anything that you pick. And that's how they just maintain dominance in the industry, because once you do that, you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to buy a fridge. So this is the story. So hook for the lesson, story for the lesson, and then we are ending it in climax, which is high emotion. Think about how much work it actually takes to actually get rid of that fridge. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a bit of a trap. So what this means is the high emotions, like people are gonna feel like they're trapped when they get that fridge. That's the emotion at the end of the video. So everybody's related to the story right at the beginning, but then we are ending it with a high emotion, feeling like, oh, do I really want this if I ever open a restaurant? So that's why that video worked, and like I said, got millions of views on so many social platforms. And then the next format that I wanted to talk about was the short listicle info script. These videos work really well on Jane Lou's Instagram. I'm not going to go to her Instagram right now, but if you actually look at her channel, if you type in Jane Lou, you can see like these kind of videos have gotten millions of views on her channel. But what we pretty much do is we put a title, want to start your own business but don't have an idea. So these titles are pretty much based on whatever the information that we find which we think are really cool to present to her audience. And in this particular script, we thought of coming up with how to come up with a business idea. And then we actually found an article which had gotten so many views on it, and we thought, all right, cool, let's repurpose this article. And then we pretty much used a simple B-roll with Jane in it, and then we put the title and then the subtitle, and then it just goes on to these Apple Notes. And in these notes, we pretty much have a title, a subtitle, and then these bullet points. And if you can see, these bullet points are really, really simple. Just looks like somebody took notes on Apple Notes. They're not like properly written. See, it's like it's not even correct grammar. Find pain points in existing businesses. Draw from your personal experience from where existing products or services are not satisfying your needs. Identify inefficiencies in processes. Like these just sound like somebody was listening to a lecture and then was taking notes very, very quickly. So because of how this was written, it actually got 5.3 million views on her channel. Actually, sorry, I think this got 1.1 million views, but there was another similar script that got over 5 million views. So these, we don't have to stick to a certain structure, but the way that it's formatted is very, very important for these kind of scripts. So these are the scripts that I wanted to talk about in this session, but there are so many other script formats that I can talk about. For example, the scripts that I do on my personal channels, and also when you are writing a comedy skit on content, like how do you write those scripts. I can talk about those as well. So if you're interested, let me know on our school. And I hope you take something out of this session. I will chat to you soon. Peace.